Welcome back. Always great to see Mohamed Salah. Well, Mo Salah, the human, surprised us and astonished the world by inviting Mo'min Zakaria to attend his coronation and crown his team Liverpool with the FA Cup title at the expense of Chelsea. The national team player Zakaria was present in the dressing rooms of Liverpool to participate in the celebrations, where he's there on a therapeutic journey from muscular dystrophy. Salah published a video of Mo'min holding the cup in the dressing room at Wembley while the players sang for the guest. Salah's behavior won approval of millions around the world, and of course here in Egypt, and definitely in England, stressing that he deserves the title of Arab Pride. Salah is indeed an awesome personality that is not only in his football skills, but also as a sensitive human being and his love for the good. Claiming the FA Cup in a dramatic penalty shootout victory over Chelsea on Saturday, Liverpool celebrated its biggest win by sharing a heartwarming moment with Zakaria. Zakaria, who was diagnosed with ALS in 2020, appeared in Liverpool's locker room as a special guest of superstar Salah, his former teammate on the Egyptian national team. A video of the club's classy gesture was shared on social media, and let's enjoy these great moments. How wonderful that is. With us now over the phone is sports critic Mohamed. Adel. A very good morning to you, Mr. Adel. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
So, I mean, just a comment on that beautiful around 1 minute video that we saw Zakaria sitting in his wheelchair, and Salah and his teammates at Liverpool celebrating Zakaria's presence, celebrating their second triumph this year.
Yes.
Mr. Adel, how do you feel? I mean, how did you feel when you saw that video? Your comment on Salah's human gesture.
Okay.
How did you see, Mr. Adel, Salah's gesture to invite Zakaria to attend this great Liverpool celebration?
اتفضلي اتفضلي.
Yes, Mr. Adel, go ahead.
اتفضلي انا معاكي.
All right. I guess we're just having some technical difficulties here. We'll be taking to reach. All right, so we've solved it very quickly. Mr. Adel, how did you see Salah's human gesture inviting Zakaria to celebrate Liverpool's great moments?
اوكي انا معاكي اتفضلي.
Mr. Adel, can you hear me? Okay, okay. We'll be taking indeed a short break. We'll get that technical difficulty solved very soon. Again, let's enjoy watching Salah, Zakaria, and Liverpool. All right, we're back. Thank you for staying with us. We're still seeing beautiful videos of Mohamed Salah, and we are talking here specifically about his great gesture to invite Mohamed Zakaria to attend the Liverpool celebrations of the FA Cup title. Zakaria, of course, who was diagnosed with ALS in 2020, the former national team player. We're seeing him here in the Liverpool locker room at Wembley, celebrating with Salah and the Liverpool players the FA Cup trophy. We have with us now over the phone Mr. Mohamed Adel, sports critic. A very good morning to you, Mr. Adel. And we wanted to ask you, how did you see Salah's great human gesture to invite Zakaria to attend this Liverpool celebration?
Well, about Liverpool playing versus Chelsea in the FA Cup, then away, they played versus Chelsea in versus Chelsea, and they won, they won about Chelsea.
Yes, and the gesture itself, how do you see it, Mr. Adel? Salah's invitation of Zakaria.
Well, they played versus Chelsea in the final of FA Cup, and they played well. They were great versus Chelsea, and they won, and they good versus Chelsea. They won great versus Chelsea. I believe that they would they played versus Chelsea. So
Yes, yes. So now Liverpool, we'll be talking later about Salah's great human gesture. I assume you want to talk more about Liverpool. So let me ask you, Liverpool now has two upcoming very important matches in the upcoming 10 days. First, there is the battle for the English Premiership. Let's talk about this first. On Sunday, Liverpool will be hosting Aston Villa, while Manchester City will be hosting, rather, Wolves, while Manchester City will be hosting Aston Villa. City is 1 point ahead of Liverpool, and Sunday, May 22nd, is the final week, the final day of the English Premiership. So how do you see Liverpool's chances of winning the Premiership in that great tough battle with City?
well, Liverpool did a great game versus Chelsea, and they did a great game versus Chelsea. Liverpool did a good game versus Chelsea, and they did a great. It's the second game versus Chelsea, and they did game versus.
Okay,
Chelsea
final
is-
question. Final question, Mr. Adel. I'm not sure if you are hearing me correctly. Final question. Liverpool, Real Madrid in the final of the Champions League 10 days from now, Saturday, May the 28th. How do you see that game building up? Who do you think is favorite in the Liverpool-Real Madrid clash in the final of the Champions League? Who is favorite in your opinion? Okay. Not sure again that our dear guest heard us correctly. Anyway, we thank Mr. Mohamed Adel, sports critic, for his time with us. So we now saw how Salah is indeed a role model for all athletes around the world. I mean, what he did here with Mohamed Zakaria certainly must have lifted the spirits of Mohamed, who is suffering from the rare ALS disease since 2020. Zakaria was a great player in his time. He was a Ahli player. He also played for the national team. He was a scorer. He was a midfielder. I'm talking here about Mohamed Zakaria. And then he suffered that rare ALS disease. And certainly the support, the human gesture that Salah has shown is not the first by that great person, not only the great athlete in Salah, and must have lifted the spirits of Zakaria, Salah being obviously a role model for all athletes. Now we know Liverpool have already won 2 titles this year. They are going for the quadruple. On Sunday, May the 22nd, we will know the fate of the English Premiership and that battle with Manchester City. And of course, on Saturday, May the 28th, there will be the final of the Champions League with Real Madrid. And one thing is for sure, as Liverpool go for the quadruple, that all Egyptians, because of mainly of Mohamed Salah, have become Liverpool fans. In fact, let me tell you something quick before we end this segment and go to the second segment of the breakfast show. If you hear a roar around Egypt's streets in the evening or in the afternoon, that means one of 3 things. Either the national football team has scored a goal, Ahli or Zamalek, who of course, which are Egypt's two biggest teams with the biggest fan base, have scored a goal, or Liverpool have scored a goal, not just Salah. And you basically hear the same roar. It's more or less the same roar if Salah scores a goal for Liverpool, or even if Liverpool just scores a goal, not necessarily by Salah, be it by Mane or any other Jota or Firmino or Diaz or any other player. So that's how big the fan base for Liverpool here is in Egypt. Is something that definitely the world shouldn't be surprised about. They must be curious, but they shouldn't be. But this is the case. This is how much Salah is loved here, that all Egyptians have become Liverpool fans, and they are waiting for the quadruple now for Liverpool. Of course, a very key upcoming 10 days. Liverpool having a chance on Sunday for the Premiership, and a chance on this Sunday for the Premiership, and a chance on Saturday, May the 28th, for the Champions League against none other, of course, than Real Madrid. The great Real Madrid, who also have a great fan base here, going for Champions League title number 14. But Egyptians would choose Salah and his team, Liverpool, over any team, I guess, even if it's the great Real Madrid. That's it for this segment, dear viewers. I'll be ceding now over to my dear colleague Shireen Adel, who will have a distinguished guest here in the studio and talk about His Excellency the President's keenness on supporting small and medium enterprises and small businesses and the owners of small business, especially in the field of information technology. Please stay with us.